Scenes in Riverdale that really made me question my existence. When the Vixens performed Jailhouse Rock, but how did they get that close to the fence? Like, that can't be illegal. And in that same episode, Mans talked about being a drug runner at 10 years old, and Archie compares it to high school football, the literal most irrelevant thing in the world. The infamous "I'm a weirdo" speech, like, we get it, teen angst. Or when Polly got impregnated by her cousin, like, is this Riverdale or is this Alabama? And then when said babies levitate, what? The Vixen's funeral uniform? Or when they did a production of The Heathers. And Carrie, but then they didn't have Corey Cott sing at all, but he's the only trained musical theater actor in the show. Like, anytime Veronica says Archiekins, or that Veronica has a speakeasy at 16?
Archie, I'm a lesbian. What does that mean? That's really gross. Oh, I'm a lesbian too. How that works. As a sophomore, my favorite words are cancelled and free. Free says cancelled. Why would you even say something like that? Whoa. Don't even think about it. Really, I've been dating Betty for 3 years, and you won't let me go into her room. When you have a daughter, you will understand. How am I supposed to have a daughter if you won't let me go into her room? Siri, call Daddy. You still call your dad Daddy? I joke at it. Okay, should I be a bunny or an angel for Halloween? Neither. But then I would have nothing to wear. That's the point. I want to spice things up. You know I'm allergic to jelly. You know I'm in the bedroom. Doesn't matter in which room I eat, Ronnie. I'm still going to be allergic to jelly.
KZX squared minus 1. But 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KZX squared minus 1. But boy, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Scenes in Riverdale that made me question my existence, Part 2. When Cheryl tortured her mother with syrup. The fact that Edgar and Evelyn are married, but they were able to pull off being father and daughter. And Mans is really building a rocket. When Betty did her stripper thing in front of her mother as a minor. Like, that has to be illegal that she's a minor doing this. There's no other way. And then Betty Loki became a cam girl. And don't forget the most iconic line. The Serpent Queen is a warrior queen. Here are some really great comments. What about the fact that Cheryl and Jason are twins, but Jason is in Polly's ear and Cheryl is in Betty's ear? Or the farm selling kidneys? Bro, when Betty sang Happy Birthday, I almost lost it. And no one's gonna talk about how Betty and Jughead share a brother and date like it's nothing. And their parents are dating. And the iconic, we're endgame, Arch. And the most normal part of the show is that a 14-year-old is hooking up with his teacher.
KJ Appa and Cole Sprouse when they were actually 17. Man, I would have absolutely crushed you at age 17. Crushed. You wouldn't even have survived the weight of my wallet.
Y'all, I was watching these two shows, and you got the glowing title screens. Justice for Barb and Justice for Ethel, who are played by the same actress. Fake bodies, Will, Jughead. A redheaded girl in the friend group that nobody likes at first. A board game with the same 2 letters that destroys a friend group, D&D, G&G. And a cast who doesn't look anything like the age they play. Like for Part 2.
Things almost every teen TV show has, Part 3. First off, they have 30-year-olds playing 16-year-olds, which is just a weird thing to think about already, but on top of it, it's making it seem like when you're that age, you're supposed to look like a fully grown adult, which gives people such a warped sense of, like, their identity, I guess. Next, they have complete freedom to do whatever they want. Like, they're still in high school, they're still underage, they still go to nightclubs, they still go on all these fancy trips by themselves, and the parents are like, as long as I don't hear that you overdosed on drugs, you're fine. Just call me whenever. Next, some character always ends up living with another character, like either their parents disappeared or they decided to live in Morocco, but they always end up living together and it's some weird circumstance and they're like, I miss my dad, but whatever. Last, the perfectly put together girl always turns bad or goes bad for a few episodes and she's like, I'm bad now. You can't treat me like this. No more high ponies for me.
Okay, this is the worst one yet. Remaking the worst scene in Riverdale history ever. Let's go.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Sit and listen.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, sit and listen.